one video down and I said, you know what? I want to have a really crazy week this week, but we need to cover Zelensky. You know, I lost my prior channel because of the Russia-Ukraine war. Zelensky, I have a question for you. It's going to come out very soon. I spoke on this on many videos on many occasions. It's going to come out really, really soon that you have taken millions and millions of dollars from the West, starting with here when Joe Biden was in office. You knew how to take advantage of him. And I think you're a puppet, but you're also kind of greedy as well. Now, what I speak on is not factual. I don't mean to sound judgmental, but you took some of my tax dollars too, now that I think about it. And it's going to come out that you have taken money from the UK all over the place. I spoke on Macron, and I spoke on Keir Starmer, who, by the way, is in the hot seat right now. There's going to be a scandal. There's going to be multiple scandals on this guy in the UK, but the one that ties Zelensky is going to be the one about all that money embezzlement, how Zelensky was given money and then he would throw feedback, would embezzle it back to some of these leaders to put in their own personal accounts. So everybody made a little bit of money, right? Off of your tax dollars, USA, UK, EU. There's going to be a huge scandal that's going to come out about that, Zelensky, about the money that you embezzled. And I have read it, I remote viewed it, and it's coming to light. It's going to come out. I do believe. Whether you get penalized for it or you don't, it's a different story. Whether people believe it or they don't is a different story, but it's going to hit the news.
He said he wasn't afraid. Hours later, his palace was raided, his ministers were falling, and his oldest friend had vanished. In a surprise act, Ukraine's anti-corruption agencies unleash Operation Midas, and the blast wave is hitting the very doorstep of President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Through its own embassy in the US, it directly controls the National Agency on Corruption Prevention, the National Anti-Corruption Bureau, the Specialized Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office, and the High Anti-Corruption Court. All of this is done under the respectable pretext of increasing the effectiveness of the fight against corruption. Well, fine, but where are the results?
In Ukraine, everyone had heard the name Timur Mindich, but almost no one said it out loud. A former entertainment tycoon, business partner to Zelensky, and a rising figure in Ukraine's wartime economy. But the full picture exploded into public view only last week, when anti-corruption investigators revealed a 15-month probe into an alleged $100 million embezzlement scheme involving Energoatom, the state nuclear company. Investigators say Mindich used a network of loyalists inside the energy ministry to pressure contractors and collect kickbacks. Mindich denies wrongdoing, but fled the country just hours before coordinated raids began. Two top ministers resigned, including Justice Minister Herman Halushchenko, formerly the energy minister. And the findings? Over 1,000 hours of wiretaps, dozens of raids, and allegations of shell companies, cash bags, and even a gold-plated toilet reportedly found in a property linked to Mindich, according to some media reports. Pro-transparency activists in Kiev say this case confirms years of suspicion that Mindich's rise was possible only because of his long personal and business ties to Zelensky. The president publicly supported the raids, promised audits, and said, "Any effective actions against corruption are very needed. The inevitability of punishment is necessary." Western nations, especially the United States, have poured tens of billions into Ukraine's economy and defense during the war. At the same time, the UK has been one of the strongest backers of Ukraine's anti-corruption institutions, helping fund and train agencies like NABU and SEPO since 2015. Because of this, some analysts say Britain's long-term push for transparency indirectly set the stage for high-profile raids like Operation Midas.
When politicians, and I mean politicians, who sat in government for many years, are casual about honesty, decency, truth, and the rule of law, calling for inquiries because they want to jump on a bandwagon of the far right, then that affects politics.
Either way, the shock waves are real. Ministers gone, allies under investigation, a billionaire associate missing public trust shaken. Zelensky insists he will push forward with reforms, but analysts warn that the combination of corruption allegations, an exhausted wartime population, and postponed elections creates a dangerous political vacuum.
Шановні українці, українки, коротко про це.